Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a giant disappointment. I'm super late on reviewing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so I'm going to do this review a little bit different. This is going to be more of a rant than a review. I'm going to talk about spoilers. I'm going to talk about the things that I liked, that I didn't like about this game, and what I feel like Ubisoft is doing wrong with the Assassin's Creed series. Now, I'm not going to do any major spoilers in the game. I'm not going to spoil the ending of the story. Actually, some of these things could be major spoilers, so if you plan on playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, just buy the game and come back to this review later. I definitely feel like Assassin's Creed Odyssey is worth playing through. It's worth buying. I think it's a good game. There's just so many problems in this game that I just don't understand why people are so on this game's hidden blade, if you will. I just don't get it. Someone went as even far to say that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is the heir to The Witcher 3's throne. And that's just a total insult to The Witcher 3. Assassin's Creed Odyssey does not come close to The Witcher 3. In fact, it's a Witcher 3 wannabe. The game starts with the throwaway modern day stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure you only come out of the Animus one time through the entire game, so it's there just to keep the fans quiet. But guess what? I'm a massive fan. I ain't gonna be quiet about it. It's bullshit. It's complete bullshit how little of the modern day is in this game, and it's just so uninteresting. I honestly don't even remember the girl's name that you play as. But the game starts out with a really cool Spartan battle where you play as King Leonidas, and it was like, this is gonna be an awesome game. You're starting out with the Sparta War, the whole 300 thing. You're King Leonidas, Sparta kicking fools, introducing you to the game's mechanics, the special abilities. I was so excited for this game. This is the most mythical game in the entire Assassin's Creed series. Like, it feels like a dorky RPG, even though the other games are like set in reality of like, these are things that really happen. I was kind of annoyed by that because I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I'm an Assassin's Creed purist. Like, I play Assassin's Creed for like, because it feels like time traveling. It's like I'm going back in time and experiencing this time that I wasn't a part of, experiencing the world. But it kind of makes sense because myths and everything back then were told as something real. Like, obviously, we know there's no Medusa and Cyclops, but those things exist in this world, and I'm gonna let it pass. I'm gonna pretend these were real things back in the day. But as the game starts, you get to choose your character. Here's Ubisoft with you get choices, and you get to play for the first time ever, from start to finish, a female assassin. Of course, if we don't count Assassin's Creed Liberation, but I totally count Liberation. I ain't forgetting about Evelyn, but you guys can forget about Evelyn. You can play as Cassandra, you can play as Alexios. I played as Alexios, and I honestly feel like Alexios is the better character to play as. I didn't play through the whole game as both characters, but I did put 50 hours in as Alexios. That's how long it took me to clear the story, because I'm one of those people that want to do everything in the game. But we'll get more to that later. I play as Alexios. I see like the differences. I go on YouTube and I watch Cassandra cutscenes, and I feel like the voice actor of Alexios is just more believable. I feel like he delivers the lines as the hero in a better way, at least for the beginning, because like I feel like the beginning couple of chapters are the only chapters that are well written in this game at all. The rest is just throwaway garbage. It starts out very humorous. The writing is fantastic. I was laughing. I was intrigued. You're playing as the grandchild of Leonidas. And the way the story is set up, it doesn't matter who you choose. Whoever you choose is the older sibling, and the younger sibling is sacrificed on top of a mountain. But you're then also sacrificed, and guess what? You didn't die. You're still alive. You're searching for your mother. You're searching for your father. All these things. You're looking for answers. No matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you pick. The cutscenes are all exactly the same. The story is all exactly the same. The love interest, all exactly the same. But I just feel like this overall is just a flat, poor man's Witcher 3. It's not an heir to the throne. It's a poor man's, just a flat, shallow Witcher 3 game. There are choices here, and I feel like the choices are really here just for Ubisoft to say, hey, you can make choices in our Assassin's Creed game. These choices are all completely pointless. They do nothing for the game. They add nothing to the game. There's no choice in this game that drastically changes anything. I feel like it was just a lazy excuse for the team to not make a cinematic adventure. And because of that, this story is just so poor. This is, in my opinion, the worst Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed Rogue. I don't mean that overall as a game, but overall as an Assassin's Creed game, this is down there with Rogue. Like, it's just so awful. The story ended, I was like, oh, literally nothing happened. I felt like I accomplished nothing. Like, I just wasted 50 hours running around Greece, going to checkpoints, sailing around, doing boring combat that's nowhere near as fun as it was in Black Flag, and just collecting stuff, trying to clear the map. But the thing is, I like that. I like that about Assassin's Creed. I love running around and clearing the map. However, I just stopped in this game because I was getting so bored with it. But this could have to do a lot with me doing everything in Assassin's Creed Origin. I cleared everything. I've platinumed every single Assassin's Creed game besides the awful Chronicle games. This is the only Assassin's Creed game I haven't platinumed, and that's not because I don't want to platinum it. It's because, to my next point, the trophies in this game are so broken. There are so many trophies that I've completed the task for that they're just not popping, so I'm not going to put in extra time to fully upgrade my ship in this boring garbage ship combat. It's just not fun. It's not fun. Why am I going to put all this time upgrading my ship when the combat's not fun? There's nothing here to the combat. So we've got a throwaway storyline that literally nothing happens. Nothing interesting happens. Their ship combat, boring, awful. Now to the world. The world, I feel like, is a selling point to those that didn't want to give Assassin's Creed Origin a chance. And for those people that were like, Egypt is just not for me. It's too sandy. There's not enough color. You guys need to give Assassin's Creed Origin more time, because I know it's one of those games where you have to get to a certain point in the game and you're like, wow, this game is beautiful. If you don't get to that point, then I agree. Assassin's Creed Origin is on paper not an attractive game. It doesn't look good. But the deeper you get, the more beautiful Assassin's Creed Origin gets. And if you didn't give Assassin's Creed Origin a chance all the way to the end, but you're saying, wow, Odyssey is so amazing, you need to go back and play Assassin's Creed Origin, because that game shits all over this one. That game is far better than this one. It was my 2017 game of the year. I thought this would be my 2018 game of the year. I didn't get around to it because I've been spending tons of time with my girlfriend. I didn't get around to Assassin's Creed Odyssey finishing until 2019. And looking back, this would probably make my top 10, but it would be nowhere near my number one spot, which did go to God of War. But the world here, it just doesn't feel alive. It doesn't feel like a real world. It feels so randomly generated. Like people are just placed all over. It just feels so random. It doesn't feel lived in. I feel like the first Assassin's Creed did a great job of making it feel lived in. The Ezio trilogy, great job of making it feel lived in. Assassin's Creed 3, great job of making it feel lived in. Assassin's Creed Liberation, great job making it feel lived in. Assassin's Creed 4, I feel like this game feels very much like Assassin's Creed 4. But the thing that saved Assassin's Creed 4 was the fun ship combat, and it was the great story, the writing by Darby McDermott. That game made me cry. It was beautiful. The world was beautiful. The actual campaign was well designed, even though that was the game where it just like the Assassin's Creed formula was just so exposed of it's the same thing. Tailing missions, sneaking in grass, too much. And they went away with that from Unity, but it became another thing of just sneaking around the house. But I really loved Unity. I loved Unity overall more than Odyssey. Syndicate, I like Odyssey overall as a game more than Syndicate. Syndicate is an Assassin's Creed game though. I just feel like this Odyssey is just overall so lazy. Like sure, there's all these RPG things of getting armor and leveling up, but again, Origin does all this better. This is just a half-assed Assassin's Creed Origin. That's really all it is, in a cool setting that was just wasted. I feel like Greece was just wasted on this nonsense. Like there's a part where you go to the Olympics that could have been way cooler than it was. There's this annoying Mercenaries thing in here, which could have been better if it was done differently. My problem with Mercenaries is that they're just annoying. I would have loved if Mercenaries didn't do the whole thing that Shadow of Mordor did, where it's killing and ranking up and like going after the next one while these other ones hunt you down and find you in battle. By the way, there's battles here which are throwaway. Who cares? Not fun. These Mercenaries, this would have been cool if once you killed them, they were gone forever. If somebody didn't just rise up in ranks and take their place. Because Mercenaries just spawn on top of you, and it just gets so annoying while you're trying to clear the map for trophies that are broken, and you're never going to get the platinum if you're unlucky like I am. I'm never going to get the platinum for this game. I am not going to go back and try and do the things that are missing for the platinum. I'm not going to start a new game. I'm not going to start a new game plus. There is a new game plus now. There wasn't at launch, but there is now. But the Mercenaries would have been so much cooler if once you kill them, they're gone for good. Like in the future, if you're going to do Mercenaries, make them contracts, make them targets. But speaking of targets, the best part about this game is the Cultists. That is the greatest part about this game. Hunting down every single member of this cult. There's this secret organization in this game and you'll collect clues as you run around the camps collecting different items. You'll randomly get clues. You'll get clues and quests. It's so fun hunting down these cultists, figuring out who they are, and just ending their life, trying to get to the center of the cult. That's my favorite part of this game, and it's really the only redeeming thing here. Like, without this cultist part, you're really not missing anything by skipping this game. The combat is fun. It's way more fast than Origin. It's way easier than Origin. But overall, I just got bored of this game, and I only put so many hours into it because I am this huge Assassin's Creed fan. And I just don't understand why everybody loves this game so much. I don't get it. I feel like the people that love it so much aren't like the purists. They're not Assassin's Creed fans. Like, sure, they like a game here, which is fine. Like, you can like any game you want. It's okay if you're not an Assassin's Creed fan and you like love this game, because it's a good game. This is a good game. It's, however, not a good Assassin's Creed game. It's just the story is basically non-existent. The main quest is awful, and I just really hope that in the future, going forward, the team at Ubisoft, the Assassin's Creed team, put the emphasis back on story. Get these choices out of here that are obviously here just for the sake of saying we have choices. All right, I don't want to pick Alexios or Cassandra. Give me the character you want me to play as. Tell me their story. Don't give me this bullshit where here's a bunch of choices to say in this dialogue, because it just bores me. I'm not paying attention to the dialogue because the story is so boring. The dialogue is so boring. All these choices, I'm going to pick whatever, and it's not going to matter. I'm going to get the same ending. All the characters are going to be in my world. It just doesn't matter. There's like 1 or 2 moments where you can eliminate characters. I'll give them that. But still, it's like it was just there to say it's there. It did nothing for the game. I want to be told a story. I don't want to tell the story in this type of game. I wanted to tell a story, I'd play a Telltale game. Or even The Witcher. Like, it works in The Witcher. I don't mind that I'm telling the story of The Witcher. I'm telling my story. But in Assassin's Creed, I want the story to be told to me. The whole point of Assassin's Creed is I'm reliving memories. I'm not making them up. I'm not making the memories up. I'm reliving memories to know where these artifacts are so that I can go find them. Like, that's the point. I'm trying to get the artifacts before Abstergo gets the artifacts, before the Templars get the artifacts. That is the whole point of Assassin's Creed. Why are you giving me these choices? Why are you throwing away the Abstergo storyline? Assassin's Creed is just starting to feel so lazy to me. It's starting to feel like you're just going to throw me in a time period to collect armor and weapons. The next game, I'm pretty sure, is going to be set in ancient Rome. Probably the same thing. Collect weapons, which is expected. They're doing a trilogy of this, feeling things out. And it's not that I hate the structure of this as an Assassin's Creed game. I loved Assassin's Creed Origin. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I feel like the story was weak in Assassin's Creed Origin, but it's even more weak here. Give us the cinematic quality of Assassin's Creed 3 with the storytelling of Assassin's Creed 4. Just for the main storyline, you can give us all this other RPG garbage and leveling up and skill points. All the stuff you want to do. Give me this open world that I can go anywhere I want, but I have to level up. See, people are saying that this game is super grindy, but the way I play Assassin's Creed, I didn't notice the grind at all because I was leveling up so fast because I like to clear everything. I like to clear all the camps, collect all the chests. That's what I like to do before I move on to the story. I like to see the world and collect everything that I can, and then I move on. So I enjoy like going to these areas, collecting everything, getting back to the story. I'm in the new area, collect everything, get back to the story as the story moves me to areas. I love playing Assassin's Creed that way, so I didn't notice the grind, so I don't mind the leveling system, I don't mind the gear system, I don't mind the RPG elements. I do mind the choices. Don't give me choices. I was gonna say unless it's like at the end, but no, choices just don't make sense for the Assassin's Creed lore, okay? Get choices out of the game. Give us a cinematic story. Give us all these side missions and all these things to do on the side. But as far as the main story goes, give us cinematics. Give us a well-written, well-structured cinematic style story like the Ezio trilogy, like Assassin's Creed 3, but set in this world. And I feel like there could be some magic here, but otherwise, it just feels lazy. I give Assassin's Creed Odyssey a 7.5 out of 10. If you played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, tell me what you thought about it down in the comment section below. If you haven't played it, tell me if you plan on picking it up. Thumbs up. If you like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And thanks for watching.
My eye. Give it to me. Give it to me, and I won't kill Marcos for having you steal it. Give it to me!
You want it? Go get it.